Okay, so this is how to structure an introduction to an oral presentation. The first and most important step is to begin with a hook. So the very first thing you want to say, you want that to be as interesting as possible, and you want to draw your audience into your topic. You don't want to just tell them what it is. You don't want to start by saying hello, hi, how are you, introducing yourself to people that you've been in class with for the entirety of the school year. What you want to do is start with something engaging, start with a hook. So this obviously needs to relate to your topic, but it basically needs to be the best part of your speech. And if there's nothing that really stands out as the best part of your speech, you might need to do a bit more research. So you're looking for a statistic, you're looking for a key quote, something a famous person said, you can tell a story, a personal anecdote, an account of something that happened to you, or something emotive, something that really tugs on the heartstrings would be a really great idea. So following on from here, there's going to be 4 videos total. 2 of them are non-examples, so they're bad examples, and 2 of them are examples that are really good examples. And you can notice the difference because when the 2 good examples are paused, it's sort of, you are interested to hear more about what's going to happen, and that's your goal with your own hooks.
Hi, my name is Christina Rasmussen, and this is my informative speech on circus animal cruelty.
Circuses are not glamorous for circus animals. No matter how caring a circus animal keeper might be, the impoverishment and stress of a circus animal's existence casts a dark shadow over the glitter and glamour of the circus ring.
Lily Tomlin once said, "Somebody should do something about that." But then I realized I am somebody. I had my first aha, I am somebody moment when I was walking down the street in my native New York City and happened upon what I can only describe as a pulsating, brown, furry, and yet kind of slimy little ball at my feet that was in grave danger of being smashed to bits by a very angry sanitation worker with a very large shovel.
This is all of the trash that I've produced in the past 3 years.
Okay, so once you've had your hook, you've drawn your audience in, you need to in some way explain your contention. So you probably don't really want to just say, my topic for this speech is, or what I'm about to talk to you about today is. That works, but basically your introduction is sort of serving as a roadmap for your whole speech. So you want to, as interestingly as possible, give people an idea of what you're about to talk about. So there are a range of different ways that you can do this, and I'll leave it up to you to decide how best to do it. But you want to communicate to the audience what your topic is and what your actual viewpoint is. So make it really clear what you want to have happen in the world and why you want that to occur. And then the easy part, you simply outline your 3 arguments. And the reason you do this is because you want to give your audience a real feel of what's coming and the sort of logic that you're establishing in your argument. So your first argument should be the strongest and the clearest. You don't want to spend too much time defining things or explaining things that people might already know. If there's any really specific and strange things you need to have people understand, you can get that out of the way in this paragraph, in this little section rather. And then when you move on to your second paragraph, your goal is to outline your second argument, which should be at least as strong as your first. And then keep in mind that your third should always be a rebuttal. So you're not responding, you're not following the arguments through, but rather you're responding to the most dominant or the most common thing that people would say if they were to disagree with your viewpoint. So this is really where you get most of your work done, in turning people from the viewpoint they hold to the viewpoint you want them to hold. Okay, and the final step is to present your goal. So in any speech or presentation, you ultimately have something that you want people to do, think, believe, or understand after you've finished. So here, you're foreshadowing something that you're going to do right at the end of your speech, which is tell them exactly what you want to do. But here you're just setting out what you hope that they might consider doing, or might consider feeling, thinking, or something similar to that. So you're not just teaching them something or explaining something to them. You want them to actually do something. And so here you're raising the possibility of that change within your audience.